Welcome everybody to IRL Season 10 F1 Tier Round number 11 at Italy. This is the F1 Tier. I'm your commentator IRL Neon, or as Jared Lee Fosbury. I'm joined by my co-com, Mr. Tom Jewell. Well, Tom, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, man. I'm good. I'm looking forward to this race around Italy. Only 11 drivers, so I think they should all be guaranteed points, except for the one that's going to crash out. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it today.
Yeah, only 11. It's I've had small turnouts before and they've been decent, so I'm annoyed with certain drivers just making excuses that they can't be bothered to race. Fellow Jerseyman for one, but we'll just leave it at that. As we can see, Williams, who is first out on a little flying lap, it is Mr. Rocco Walsh. For some reason, I can't hear sound. There we go. Now I can hear sound. Well, Rocco is going to be on a lap. Now, we've actually heard rumours, Tom, that Matthew Alder, for the final two rounds, will not be starting a quali lap. He'll be starting at the back of the grid, and because of the turnout, it's going to be a good scenario for him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's not really going to be much of a disadvantage when there's only 11 drivers. He's literally going to be starting in the prime opportunity to start on the reverse strategy. I'll be quiet so you can do rocket man.
Well, then Rocco then begins his flying lap. Let's see what he can do then on the track of Monza, where the Tifosi will be cheering the Ferrari team to try and get them some good points on the board, maybe a possible podium position from Nino Romanello. As Rocco Walsh then, through the fast right-hander, as he's now coming into turn 3, well, technically turn 4 and 5. Ooh, rear kicked out a little bit. The clouds have been all over the F1 tier this season. Only rain a couple of times. Oh look, Rocco's keeping it within the track limits. DRS is activated now. Down the straight he goes. Let's see what he can do. He's going in under the Emirates. And he's braking roughly around about the 100-metre board. Bit of a lock up there. Nice and tidy through the sky. Will he nail it on the final exit curve? Yes, he does. Doesn't lose the car like Joe Hollis did in IRL FP twice, in quali and in the race. And Rocco Walsh then, finishing off the lap. In Palabarca then, as he needs to get this nice and tidy. Takes the shortest route possible, and he goes into the pit lane. So that's his. Although I think it won't happen that.
Yeah, it didn't look like a great lap from Rocco. Starting off turn 1, he started with a heavy lock-up, and then he looked a bit wobbly throughout the rest of the first sector. But, good lap from Bran, 18.6. It's not good. That's a good banker, to be fair.
To be fair, that is a good lap, especially when me on wheel lats I did an 18.8. So already 2 turns quicker than me, Bran. So well done. You're not a fraud today. Bran then, who was actually involved in an incident last week, as we know, Tom, with Lodi. Unfortunately, there was desync between those two drivers. But if it wasn't desync and he actually did fall and hit him, he would have been given a penalty. Well, that's twice he's had a bit of a desync issue rear-ending drivers. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. Hopefully he can get another podium, because he's had a good season so far, and I think you've even seen himself, like being up there sometimes. So hopefully he has a good result today.
Yeah, he has. That's right. He's been on the pace all season, to be fair. He's been right up there with the top guys. He's been showing good pace, and yeah, I saw that incident. It was such like minor contact or no contact at all, like desync, and he just spun, which is really unfortunate for him when he was on for a good result.
That is true, and unfortunately, Track Formula, who was debuted last week, had an issue in quali where it DSQ'd him, and he got a good result in the end. Unfortunately, he can't make it today. Nobody else is on an actual fly, I don't believe. Brandon Vilgas, is he on a lap, Tom, for you to come to? He is on a lap, if you want to go on board.
Brandon Vilgas.
Yeah, he's
okay. Going down the DRS zone, coming up to, well, it's probably my favourite corner on the track, so it feels so nice when you get it perfect. And he's taking it pretty tidy so far. Sort of good exit. It's important to keep it valid through there. It's so easy to run wide. But coming down to Parabolica, the final corner. He wants a good exit. The final little run up to the line. Try not to go too wide. Yeah, he gets it done well. Can he go pole ahead of Bran? It'll be a tough one to do. Yes, he does. 80.4. That's a great banker from the Haas driver, and he'll be looking to improve on that and consolidate the pole.
He will indeed. There's Nino Romanello, and the Italian or Welshman. I think he'll have his Italian nationality for this round. Is in the Ferrari. looking for a good result. He was doing some very quick lap times in that Ferrari, and don't get me wrong, Nino, from being the start of IRL Season 5, he was in F2, then straight to Season 6, he moved up to the top tier, then took a break, and then came back to the top tier, not lost any pace at all. As he's purple in Sector 1 then, as we now go through Turn 4 and 5, oh, cuts the curb, and that's an invalidation.
Yeah, unfortunate for Nino after the purple Sector 1, he was doing well.
Indeed then, is anybody else actually on a fly? Cameron Young, Tom, if you want to go on board, he's on a fly right now, just through Turn 5. Oh no, he's actually not.
No, he's back off.
I think I know what Cameron's doing. I think he's not trying to take any tyre wear on his tyres and just go around the track.
One less lap of fuel, I suppose.
Yeah. Rock Walks though is on a lap, Tom, currently through Turn 3, about to hit Turn 4 and 5.
Yeah, coming up to this left-hander here, it's easy. Well, you don't want to lose the car with that sausage co because it is difficult to keep it under control. But he's done it well through the first right-hander of the two. Coming up to the second one, doesn't invalidate, gets a good exit onto the longest straight, and yeah, coming up to the chicane, down to 5th. Gets it well, up to 6th. Needs to keep it steady. Yeah, good exit from him. No invalidation. And finally coming up to Parabolica. And Rocker is one of the quicker drivers, so we know he can get pole. And seeing his times in practice, 18.4 shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, and he runs wide, almost into the gravel actually. That's not a great second lap for Rocker because he went out earlier, so he's pulled into the pits again. So he's under a bit of pressure now.
Yeah, he is under a bit of pressure. 9 minutes remaining in the session. He's got plenty of time to get the runs what he needs. Might have been on the scrub set he did do his last lap on as well, so that might be a reason why he did go in the pits to the Ferrari then. Leaving the pit lane, and that is Nino Romanello's. Edward is already out on track, currently on a lap, as we'll go on board with him, as Lewis Curtis is up ahead on a flyer as well. We'll keep an eye on that. As soon as he crosses the finish line, we'll go on board. But Edward then activates his DRS now down the long straight. Let's see what he does then through Scary. So he takes it then nice and tidy, a bit hesitant on the left curb. He keeps it within track limits. We're going to go on board with Lewis, who does invalidate. He was a 19th flat then, and that wouldn't have put him on pole. It would have been 3rd. So let's see what Edward can do then on his final corner. He needs to nail it. Round he goes. Takes the shortest route as possible. Coming to the line now, and he's leaving a little bit. And he does a 20 flat, so he was off second off Lewis Curtis. But I think he just wanted to set a lap time on those tyres.
Yeah, with so little drivers, it probably is best to maybe go on the mediums, and you're still going to fight for up the leaderboards on the longer duration of tyre. And you're on the ultimate strategy, maybe still even in the top 6, so it's not a bad strategy to do.
No, it's not a bad strategy, as Nino Romanello is on a lap right now. If you want to, oh, he's actually about to start one. If you want to go on board.
Yep. So on the exit of Parabolic, he's going to want a good exit. This is a long straight coming up to turn 1, turn 2. Oh, so he starts his lap now. No lap set so far, and the same with many other drivers at the moment. So he's going to want to get one on the board and hopefully put it on pole. So I know he was doing 18.1s in the last session, but anyway, into turn 1, down to 2nd, small lock up. Goes down to 1st, and then back up to 3rd on the exit. It was a tidy turn 1, turn 2 for him. Now coming down to turn 4. Turn 4, turn 5. Little lock up, not too bad. Gets a good exit. He's purple in the first sector, so it looks like this could be a pole time for Nino. Yeah, coming up to turn 6 for the run down to Ascari. Gets a good exit. And coming up to the end of the second sector, we'll see if he's gone purple again. That's another purple sector for Nino, into Ascari. Takes it well. Oh, a little bit wide. Keep it under control. Good exit. May have lost a little bit of time on the guys. Ahead then, but he's hopefully still maybe able to get pole. Into Parabolica. A little bit wide, bit of a lock up. Keeps it on the track. And coming across the line, will it be pole? Oh, just about 18.4. Only about 600s in it. That's a good time for Nino, and he can improve in that third sector.
He can improve. There's a Tifosi happy with that. The Ferrari, Nino Romanello on pole position. But right now though, Brandon Villegas is on a flyer, but he's backed off completely, overrunning the engine. Hopefully he doesn't overheat, unless he's trying to burn fuel or something. I don't know, maybe that could be a tactic. To,
he did that on his first lap.
Yeah, he's burning fuel then. So Brandon will be the next set flyer. So he's taking his time through Ascari. I've noticed some of the drivers do one extra outlap sometimes, and it kind of works, but then Brandon then will be on another lap. He's currently in third place with an 18.669. Let's see what he can do then. Through the final corner. Is he pitting? Because he's still in hot lap mode. Yep, he's pitting.
Weird.
That's interesting. Brandon Villegas isn't though. He's in over to ERS mode. ERS mode 2. Lodi has joined the session, so both Alpha Tories, I believe, or Haas drivers are here today. I believe he's a Haas. Yeah, he is a Haas. Yeah. So the Haas team will be liking this as Brandon then into turn 1 he goes, cuts to turn 1 there actually, and surprised that wasn't invalidation, keeps the traction. Down the turn number 3 now. And get close to the curve as possible. Do not touch it though, because you will lose a little bit of time. It will slow you down now. Into turn 4, brake at the 100-metre board, or a bit later, depends. Ride curbs turn 3 and 4. Nice and tidy there. Now there's more 1. Got to get it right. Ooh, trying to avoid that turn curb. Oh, and he does the Hamilton in. He is round. Brandon Villegas said pushed a bit too much on that lap. Those tyres are wrecked. And that's his lap. Game over. And he will have to peel into the pits.
Luckily for him, he's only P2, so I mean he's done quite well so far. But maybe he can get back out and do another lap and try and take that pole off Nino.
That is true. He could do that. There's the Constructors Champions, Alfa Romeo. I think you saw Lewis Curtis, didn't you? Make an error.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was a bit pushing too much there, and he's backed off the lap, and it won't let me select again because of the stupid game. As we're going about to Cameron, is he on a flyer? Yes, he is, but he's invalidated, and he's just flying. Well, I'll give you the honours, Tom. The old man, currently just on turn 1 and 2.
First time in going over a lap for this man. Seen a lot of him, the great historic driver he is. But anyway, coming up to turn 4 and turn 5, I'm sure he's going to put it on pole because we all know how quick he is. And actually, he's set a purple first sector. I'm not sure if that's a game glitch or if he actually has. Oh, he's dipped into the ground, he's spun around, and he's lost his end plate. There's not really much surprise there, but that's unfortunate for him.
That is unfortunate. And that is Bottle with an end plate missing on the left side. Sondre still holding up to his famous name, Bottle Hulk. And he's in 10th place. And interesting, a lot of people starting to set lap times, and this could be a tactic to have a free choice of tyre. Matthew said he wasn't going to set a lap. He's currently 7th. So, he isn't last, as, you know, so...
I think he needs to disqualify himself.
Unfortunately, he can't do that. It's against the rules, as we did imply it, as a couple of people tried to do that since they did their debuts.
I've just realised, if Sondre qualifies on this lap, he'll still be P5. Even though he hasn't... No! Stay out! Because no one else is going out.
Yeah, you haven't got
if he carried on, he wouldn't be P5.
Ah, I know what he's doing. He's going for the pit lane. Get with his new front wing. He still wants to settle up in mediums, possibly competitive, and take 5th. But yeah, I'm surprised. Nobody else has gone out. No, here they are now. Here the mechanics leaving their garages. Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, leaving the pit lanes. And Brandon Villegas will be the first one to begin his flying lap. Hopefully he can nail Lesmo 1 this time and not crack under pressure. Currently in 2nd. Only needs to improve by a couple of hundredths to take pole position, and I believe this will be his first ever pole if he takes it. And another F2 driver will be taking pole, which will be good to see, and it's great to see F2 drivers be promoted for the first time in F1 and do quite well and challenge for a possible podium. As he will be beginning his flying lap very shortly. Around the hairpin corner he goes then. Now, Paul Walker needs to get a good exit. And here he goes then, as Edward has retired from the session, so he's happy with 4th. And Brandon then going down the strip. Top of the speed of 214 miles an hour. Turn 1 and 2 was alright there, but he's backed off. He wasn't happy with that. And he's going to go again. So that's his lap over and done with for now. As Lodi's on a lap, I believe. Or he's going to be beginning one.
No, he's finishing.
Yeah, he's in 0.0 though, so I think he's just doing it so he doesn't burn the tyres.
Sorry.
I think he's just actually setting it not to burn the tyres on the mediums, which is a good call. Let's see what he does then, the fellow Haas driver. As there's 50 seconds remaining on the session, he hasn't gone in a higher ERS mode. And he's coming to the line, and he's going to set a... Okay then, that might be in a game glitch.
Yeah. He was definitely, that definitely was not his outlap.
No. No way.
I don't know why it's...
The hell that was his outlap. As, well, I believe it was Curtis. Oh, it's Rockwell. Hang on, there's yellows. That's a Mercedes going slowly. Well, if you want to go on board with Lodi's lap then, as he is on one.
Yeah. Lord, dips the tyre into the gravel. Hopefully that doesn't take too much of his time away, but yeah, he's going to want to set a good lap on the board, get as high up the leaderboard as he can. But yeah, coming on the exits, down on the longer straight, down to Ascari. It's going to be important to nail this, especially on the mediums. Could be a little bit more tricky than it had. Well, I don't know if we tried a lap on the softs or not, but anyway, on the exit of Ascari, going down to Parabolic, keeps it in the track, no invalidation there. Getting a speed of 206 miles per hour before Parabolic up. A little bit wide. Oh no, good exit, good exit. I thought he was going wide. Not a bad lap from Lordy. Coming across the line. P6, it's a good lap. Oh, now down to P7.
Lewis just takes pole position. Is anybody closer? Nino takes second. What about Brandon Bilgas? Where is he? He's just behind the bottle hog. I believe Cameron Young's finishing his flyer. He has invalidated. Sondra then is the next up on a lap, and he hasn't invalidated, and he hasn't crashed this time. He's kept that Renault in prime condition, and I'm surprised they are not bankrupt yet, because last week the amount of front wings they went through was ridiculous. And Sondra doesn't complete the lap. I think that's a bit silly from Sondra, but it is what it is. And Brendan Billis then will take second, 18-1. What about Brandon? Will he have anything to answer for that? No, he takes fourth with 18-4-7-1, and that is qualifying then. And Sondra Sohag retire immediately, or you'll be given a 50-second penalty for illegal entry. And it's kicked me out.
I just saw at the bottom.
Oh,
at least Sondra's retired.
F1 gods are not letting me be mean to Sondra today.
Yeah, do you need an invite or you got?
I need another invite because Brand the tool hasn't sent me a spare.
Alright, sound. Give us a second. But yeah, only 7 of the 12 drivers actually setting a time. So 4 of them.
Yeah, well. Oh, this game amazes me. Yeah. What about Brandon Bilgas on pole? But he's going to be on the second row, and oh, somebody else actually sent me an invite.
Oh, right, sound.
And we are in. Dutch, we're not on the racing screen. What are you on, by the way? Are you on the official list?
Like the loading screen, so all the guys on the right.
Right.
Like, it says they're loading in.
Fair enough. Classic Cordies for you. They can't make servers, they can't make games, they can't make a lot of things.
I know. Hopefully next game's gonna be better. No glitches with the timing, no glitches kicking out session.
Well, I'm not.
I mean, they're with EA now, so.
Oh no.
What?
Has the session start time for you glitched where it's 0:22?
No. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Right.
We have a okay. We now have video feed, we have
Okay,
cars.
can you see? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see. It was glitching out. Saying it was stuck on 22 seconds, and then... That's weird. Alright then, well, we'll go down the grades. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it through the qualifying order then. So, Lewis Curtis takes pole position with Brandon Vilgas in second, Nino Ramanella in third, Brandon Glover in fourth, Rocco Walsh on medium tyres in fifth, looking good for today's race. Edward in sixth, Lordy in seventh, Kevin Harrison in a weird eighth place. If I remember correctly, he was fifth at one point, but that might change. Matthew Orr then does start ninth on the alternate strategy. Sonny Solhag in 10th, Alfie in 11th, and Cameron Young, guy to watch out for in 12th place. Well then, as we always do, Tom, race prediction. Who do you think is going to win today?
I actually think Lewis, although he's a bottle, I actually think Lewis might actually carry the win out. As we usually see one of the Alfa Romeos finishing in first, I think we'll see this Alfa Romeo finishing first. And once Matthew won't get the win. But then after that, I'd say Matthew second, and then Ran in third.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to go with Sondre Strawhow taking the win, Sondre Strawhow taking second, Sondre Strawhow taking third, and Sondre Strawhow taking fourth. That is my joke prediction. Well, my serious prediction... yeah, I know. The serious prediction will be Lewis Curtis first, Nino second, Matthew obviously is going to be up there, so he'll be third or second. Fourth, I'm going to give it Ballhaug. You know, he doesn't like Italy, but sometimes he can get out of a dangerous situation and get out of damage, like in FP, so it'll be interesting what he can do. Oh, speaking about dangerous situation, he just run in the rear back end of Matthew Order. Sondre, you have eyes, use them. How is he not DSQ'd? Did he actually hit him? Okay.
Weird. Maybe it hit him as they were like crossing to the point where the game takes control. I don't know.
Nah, the game takes control. Oh, actually, yeah, true, that could be, to be fair, because the game should take it round about that range, I believe. Well then, as I always say, mate, if you can look out at the back in case there's Cameron Young going all flying over the cars, or Sondre just causing a wreck. While I watch the starts, as we don't get the best camera view until the light sequence start. Which is just amazing. Give us 2018 camera views. Then we can see retired cars. As we now got 5 red lights. Round number 11, and the lights are out, and it looks like Lewis Curtis had a great start, but look at Brandon, he's had a brilliant... Oh no, Brandon's already spun Brandon Vilgas round. Both Brandons are into the wall, and it's chaos already before turn 1. Lewis Curtis then in the lead. Nino in second, and Rocco Walsh in third position. Is that... No. That can't be what I'm seeing. Sondre Strawhow is in 5th place. This is rigged.
No, rigged. That must be a timing glitch. What's going on?
No, he is actually 5th. This is rigged. As Lewis Curtis has just been overtaken by Nino Ramanella. We just missed that. Big crash. Bit of incident
between Matthew, Alfie, and Kevin. There's a little touch, and then Alfie almost went round, but he managed to save it.
Lost it. More time.
Again. Yeah, that could have been a big crash.
Back in the action in the front now. Nino Ramanella and Lewis Curtis going side by side down the straight, approaching the Scary corner. Nino goes in front of Lewis. Lewis just takes the dirty air. Lewis needs to have a win this season. Is he going to get it? As he's still battling for second in the Drivers' Championship. And he's trying to make a move around the outside, possibly around Palabalka. That's it. As they're going side by side now, a Ferrari versus an Alfa Romeo. The Tifosi must be going nuts right now, as this is not what they usually see. Lewis Curtis though, into the DRS zone, which if it was activated it would be brilliant right now, but it isn't. But look at that straight line speed there, Tom. Side by side now through turn 1.
Let me just catch up. My screen's a little glitch. I'm trying to press on my driver, it's not moving. Just give me a second.
That's Sondre Strawhow still in P5 right now. Even though it does say on the left side of the leaderboard that he's second, that is just the game just being stupid. He actually is 5th place and fighting Edward right now, it looks like. And we will go aboard that actually, to be honest, because he's not that far off. Lewis isn't in an attack position yet. And Lordy is parking a right bus behind. Matthew Order is looking hungry, the 4-time champion. And he's looking for it. And look at the straight line speed he's got already. The traction zones are ridiculous. Lordy versus Matthew. And that is an easy overtake from Matthew Order there. Is Lordy coming back in? No. Is it me or... No, no, I was going to say, Nino didn't lose second. Cameron's not even first. Cameron's just in turn 4.
Yeah, okay, he's dropped that to 10th now.
Alright, we're going to go back and Lordy.
Lewis looking up the inside of Nino. Oh no, he goes back into slipstream. That was a close. He's right up Nino's ass, but he's going to want to make a move soon.
Well, we all know they like getting close to each other's ass, but here we go then, back to the real life racing. Lewis Curtis then making a move on the outside, trying just to get the speed and trying to brake late as possible. Has now got side by side now through turn 1. Nino, brilliant defending, and Lewis isn't committed yet, but this isn't good. If he wants to win this race, he needs to make the move.
Yeah, exactly. And we know he hasn't had a win yet, and we know he's one of the quicker drivers in the division, so he's going to be really eager for a win in these last 2 races. But so will Nino at his home race. Could be a close battle.
Oh yeah, that is true. Oh, Nino there gets a bit of gravel on the tyres. That's probably going to unsettle him a little bit, and Lewis is probably thinking, maybe that's his weak points. He was struggling in practice, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting between these two. As we see now, Lordy is in the clutches of Bugatti. I'll tell you who's in the clutches. That is cheeky. Come on, Sondre, attack! Full send it on him. Do not let him through.
Don't break.
Just take him out.
We'll let it go. NSR School 2 seasons ago. Don't break for a Sky. Absolutely send him.
Oh, Edwards already got a 3-second tyre penalty. And Lewis Curtis, yet again, we're going to have to go on board with him. We're going to have to keep... Tom, can you keep an eye on the 3-car fight just behind between Edward, Matthew and Sondre as I keep an eye on this 3-car fight in front? As Rocco Walsh now is getting hungry, and Nino Romnello might be thinking of making his pit choice soon, because those softs don't look great.
Matthew going down the inside of Edward. Spar's taking the fastest lap. He's sending down the inside. It's an easy overtake, and he's going to be well past him before the corner.
That's true, but speaking about overtakes, Lewis Curtis round the outside, then gets the inside line. Nino has nothing to answer. He tries to switch back, but as he got the traction, he does round the outside now. As they're going side by side through turn 3. Lewis versus Nino again, and Nino... Just smart play there, but Lewis Curtis is coming back. Oh no, they're not going side by side through turn 3, turn 4 and 5. We saw Ross and Paco coming to blows in FP. Are these two going to come in blows? Oh, there's been a contact. Ooh. Oh, look at Rocco Walsh, already hungry. Around the outside through turn 6 now, and these two are still fighting for pole position. Sorry, the win of this race. Look at Matthew Order, already in 4th.
He's made up time ridiculous, and these 3 drivers at the front, they're going to be panicking that he's already behind.
Carignan in the pits again. He's not having a good day in the office for Renault. He's just making them more bankrupt, and maybe that's why Alpine is taking them over. As Lewis Curtis then is trying to catch back up with Nino. Lordy, 3-second time penalty. Oh, and Sondre, I was about to say Sondre ain't got a penalty yet, and he's already got a 3-second now.
Yeah, Lordy was just catching up to Sondre, but yeah, that 3-second time penalty is going to put them back a little bit, unless well, they probably will for the rest of the guys. They'll probably keep it penalty. Knowing how difficult it is on this track to keep it in the lines.
Well, it is Nino's doing the defensive line. That's his defensive move then. And Lewis has got on the outside again. Will he be able to play ball this time? Around the outside, the ball goes side by side. Oh, just keeping it within each other. Gives him a bit of room this time. And Nino finally tracks on the inside line, but they're still going at it.
I mean, this defensive Nino is really good. I'm impressed.
We're finally seeing some good racing between these two. Oh, a bit of contact! Oh, a bit of contact there. We missed it. We had a dodgy camera angle. And it looked like Nino was still connected to Lewis's car. And if that has given warnings, that is unfortunate. I don't know if they'll get removed. But it's very unfortunate between them two. It's cost them time. Because look at Matthew, Rocco, Edward, Sondre, Lorry, and Bugatti in at the background. They are looking hungry and they're going flat out down the straight.
There's a close battle between Lordy and Alfie going into turn 1 before. Alfie tried to go around the outside for turn 1, but Lordy squeezed him wide a little bit. Good defending, hard but clean racing.
It is, but Rocco around the outside. Yeah, he's just made a move on Lewis Curtis now through the straight around the outside. This is probably not helping Lewis because now Matthew is in attack range and Lewis has nothing to answer. And just look at the straight line speed of Matthew Order. He's going on the inside already of Lewis, and Lewis is getting a tour. He's boxed in. as they go into turn 1. Oh, bit of contact. Oh, look at this. Lewis Curtis on the ball today. Makes the switch back. Both Alfa Romeos just swamped that Williams, and Nino is managing to pull away.
I've got to say, what?
I think your mic just cut out, Tom. And unfortunately, Tom has technical issues right now. Hopefully, he can come back. He is back. Well, Tom, as you were saying, until your mic cut out.
Yeah, Matthew, double overtake, one on the straight and then one into the corner. Great braking, but it's a close fight between these 4. Yeah, even though there's only 12 drivers, this is a really interesting race so far.
It is a very interesting race, and that will definitely be a warning for Nino Romanelli there, cutting that corner. Trying just to keep the Ferrari ahead of the other Alfa Romeo this time. It isn't Lewis, it is Matthew Walder, the 4-time champion. And I've got to say, Matthew is probably only doing one more season, maybe next year, because he's probably going to esports. So, you know, maybe the guys are thinking, well, let's give Matthew a good fight. You never know, next year could be not even in racing, he could be in esports already. So Matthew already picked up the pace and challenging on Nino Romanelli already on the different tyre compound, and is looking strong.
Sorry, I'm back.
That is fine there, Tom. No overtake at the moment as Kevin Harrison's in his own little world in P9, but still getting racing points, what they need. And both Brandons, I've got to say, back to turn 1. Oh, speaking about both Brandons, Brandon Vilgas seems to have an issue. He's lost the rear. It must be out of a scurry or something. Hopefully he can get the car under control. Looks like no damage to the car, but maybe Haas may have to have a look on the tyres, and hopefully there's no punch or anything.
Yeah, it's not going well for these guys in the back. But I'm just wondering, because obviously Nino's on the softs and the same as Lewis. I'm wondering how the strategy choice is going to fare towards the end of the race. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be a dominant Matthew win. But unless something happens, I mean, Matthew doesn't want to overtake him. Oh, he wants it on the next straight, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got to be careful though, because he can cause desync. Even though desync got removed, it's still a thing, and it's slight. As Lordy's now gone around through a scurry, so the Hasses are not having a good day. But Matthew's having a great day. Started in 9th, and he's now into the lead of this race on lap number 8. This guy cannot be stopped. Will Nino come back for a dive though? We'll have to wait and see. Is he going to go for it? No, he stays behind, and it takes a smart structure. But speaking about overtakes, that was Edward moving into P4, and Lewis Curtis dropping to 5th.
Yeah, another overtake happening again. It's really close at the moment between many of these guys in the top 5. But yeah, what a move!
What a move indeed, and it is a shame for Lewis, because he's started on pole. And let's talk about Lewis. You know, he was starting on pole, was in the lead for a couple of laps, and then the car just looks like it's fallen away from him. No grip at all, no softs now. He should be making a pit. Oh, look at that rear end there. He had a corrective lock on that car there. Lewis is really fighting the Alpha. So he's having issues. And Tom, what do you think this could lead to a pit stop? Do you think he's going to make a pit stop earlier than Nino, or is it an issue he's trying to get fixed?
I mean, from watching Nino, it doesn't look like he's struggling too much, to be fair. He's been defending well. But yeah, it looks like Lewis, he might need to pit now, because he's struggling with the rear end a little bit. And I think he needs to get onto the harder tyre, fresher tyre, and start his next stint.
Well, he picks up another 3-second time penalty through a scurry, and I think Nino's coming in. No, he's not. Is Lewis Curtis coming in now? Nope. They're staying out. And it could be a small call actually stay out, because mediums are going to be still a push. They are going soft medium. But Matthew, even with the DRS, Matthew cannot even be caught. So, and he's got, look at the DRS usage Matthew has as well, 83%. Oh, Nino on the grass there.
Yeah, and I suppose Matthew's been in DRS range this whole time, so he hasn't really needed his DRS. And Nino looking down the inside of Matthew, but Matthew outbrakes him and keeps the position.
Yeah, it is a shame that Matthew then in the lead of the race. Nino's trying to do everything he can to unsettle him, and Lucas yet again, it's just saw on the exit at turn 5, he almost went off the track. He's really struggling in this Alfa Romeo with the dirty air, with the traction. That car needs to go in the garage and a new set of tyres on that car.
I I mean, Lewis is struggling with the tyres, and he needs to start a new stint and hopefully maybe get an undercut on Nino. As he's talking, Nino picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's going to make a massive difference in this race. Not what he needed right now.
Yeah, it's definitely not what he needs, and it's not going the day for certain drivers, especially Cameron Young. He's now got another penalty, and I think he's made like 4 stops. No, he's made 3, so he has made a lot of stops. Nino, Lewis are in the pit lane. Matthew sets the new fastest lap. He's just getting warmed up in the office today. And Sondre Sorhaug is in a bit of trouble. Alfie is going for the move. Around the inside and into turn 1. Sondre doesn't fight really. He locks up. Probably try to get the switch back, but just can't make it work. And Bonoban in 5th.
It's a great move from Alfie. On board with Sondre's. Alfie managed to send it down the inside, keeping it clean. And,
oh, hang on. A VSC. Oh. What has happened? That is a Mercedes into a Ascari, it looks like. It looks like Bran has just lost complete control of the car. He did get a penalty, though. So was that by cutting the curb? And it looks like he's lost both front tyres. So that Mercedes has got a lot of repairing to be done to make it ready for the next round. But Bran, then, is the first DNF this round.
Yeah, looking like Valtteri Bottas at Imola at the moment. It's a shame there's no Williams next to it to make it look realistic. But yeah, it's a big crash.
As VSC is now ended. Oh, and Lord, he's been given a drive-through penalty for speeding on the VSC. Let's see if anybody else got that. No, it's just him. He's the only one to get a drive-through.
That is not what he needed. And well, the VSC's gone in now, but yeah, he's going to have to serve that as quickly as possible and try and make some gains, even with this 6 seconds that he has. It's going to be difficult. But not much going on track at the moment.
No, nothing. This is where midway through the race, where Italy is not as fun when you don't have a full grid, because usually there's overtakes all over the place. But Sondre Sorhaug is trying to give us a bit of entertainment right now. And let's speak about Bolhaug. He's currently in 5th, and he's having a good result today. Right now, he's still going to make a pit stop, so he probably dropped to 6th. But as if you did see last week's stream, he was really struggling with the traction with the car and just hated Canada in general. He hates this track a bit as well. How do you think he's done in the office today, running in 5th place?
Oh, well, as we're talking about him, he picked up another 3-second time penalty at that corner of the sausage curb. But yeah, no, he had a great start, starting from the back, some P10, got himself up to P4, P5 now, and yeah, he's got a couple of penalties, so that might set it back a bit, but in comparison to last week, he's doing well. One of the better results he's had this season, but if he can carry out.
That is true. I think will be his best result. Let's have actually a look at the standings, because both championships are wrapped up. So on the standings right now, Sondre is currently in 18th, with only 9 points to his name, and the highest he's been is 6. I believe it's 8th. He's 8th with 6 points, I believe, if I remember that correctly. And that's the highest he's got. So right now he's in 5th. Yellow's in sector 3. That is a Haas driving slow. That is Lordy in Ascari, and that's wing damage. And I think that could be another retirement in the pit lane.
That's what I'm thinking, because he's got. I don't know if he served the drive-through or not. He's got a lot of penalties. He's got a pit to change the wing as well. Not much point in carrying on for Lordy, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, that's true. And speaking about people who are picking up the pace now, it's Nino and Lewis Curtis, setting new fastest laps, very close to each other. So they are really flying.
Yeah, and something that's actually surprised me, Bolhaug, he's really keeping up with Alfie. He's managed to stay in the DRS, and points getting to 4 or 5 tenths behind him. Yeah, he's not looking too bad around him.
Well, yeah, that is true. Sondre has been trained by one of the masters, obviously. He was a teammate with Matthew, I believe in season 7 or 6, I can't remember. It has been a while since he's been up winning the Constructors. So, you know, he has been with a guy who's helped him out, get setups and helped him how to run a setup and keep the car under control. And, you know, this year on this game, Sondre's improved a lot, because on last game, all it was penalty, DSQ, crash, and now and then score points. This year, he's been more motivated, even though the game is still not as it is. He's having some good results, and not consistent results, but good results nonetheless. He was an F2 at one point, and people thought he'd be fighting for a title. but he wasn't in the end, and I believe the Red Bull won the Constructors. Speaking about Sondra Sorg, he's just trying to switch back on Alfie, and he's looking to take 4th position, and this guy, remember, did win Hungary, so Sondra is challenging for 4th position right now, Tom.
Yeah, the man is showing he's got the pace to be an F1, and Alfie's no slow driver, he's quick, so it's good that he's managed to keep up and actually make a move on him. Didn't manage to keep the position, but it's good that he's trying to get the position.
Oh, it's great to see a Renault, and it'll be the last time we see this yellow Renault since it is moved to Alpine. And yeah, it's going to be a bit different to look at, as right now we see another fight further ahead is between Edward and Rocco Walsh fighting for P2. And Sondra, surprisingly, even though we might be joking about it right now, Sondra technically could still be fighting for a podium position if you just... Oh, speaking about running off. Is Sondra going off almost in a scary, so that's probably woken up a little bit. But as we're going to go on board with 2nd position here, Tom, if you want to go on board with that, as he's looks like Lickle's looking for the overtake. Yeah,
I've been watching Lickle's right up behind Rocco with most of this lap. He's made a little look down the inside every now and then, but here he comes, rapid down the straight, moves to the inside. He might get he gets the move done before braking. Can Rocco make a switch back? Gets a good exit, but not quite good enough, and Lickle's made position, and that's a great move. Except he's absolutely obliterated his ERS for that. He's only on 11% now, and Rocco's about 55.
So, yeah, that is maybe a mistake from Edward. Maybe he should have been smart, saved his ERS a little bit. But I've got to give him credit. You know, Edward, I believe, is racing on wheel. He does have an injury to his leg as well in like real life, so he's not doing that bad, to be honest. Still got the pace, pushing. And he's doing quite well, so hopefully he can keep this position and get on the podium today, because it's looking good for the Ferrari team. And speaking about Ferrari, Nino Romanello is on back of Kevin Harrison, looking to fight for P6. Currently the net leader, gap to leader though, is 21.4 seconds. And Brandon, you're an absolute bottle. That's what I'm saying. Good evening. As Kevin, is really struggling. He's getting out of the way for Nino. I think you don't really want to fight him. And that's great to see from Kevin Harrison. Great sportsmanship there, you know. And, you know, then, in P6.
Yeah, he's doing well. After his pit stop, he's got penalties. He's going to want to make up positions. Hopefully catch Sondra sooner rather than later. But, I suppose the front five still happened a bit. But, so yeah, Nino's looking quite strong right now. And there's a retirement.
Cameron deliberately retired. That's a safety car. Now, this is questionable. We'll have to have a look at this. It does. No, I don't think that was deliberate. I think he's just lost the car and it's retired him. Whoa! Why is the Haas? Oh, it's Delta. I think the Haas was on the Delta.
Rocco and Edward. Rocco picked up a 5-second penalty for severe contact.
Now this is kind of screwed Matthew over a little bit. Has it though? Actually, to be fair, Matthew could actually take softs to the end. The softs can go 10 laps. To 12 lap difference, so it is possible now. He's on a low fuel load, he ain't really wasting that. The gap between him and Nino is 23.5 seconds. Now Nino might be smart, he might decide, you know what, screw this, I'm pitting, I'm going on a set of softs, and let's see what we can do through the race. But right now, Sondra Sorg is in a brilliant position in P5.
Yeah, definitely. And another good thing is, no matter what happens, as long as he doesn't crash out, he's got a point. Because only 10 drivers left. But yeah, he's looking in a good position. Perfect time, well, almost perfect time for him to pit for the safety car. He can stretch the softs out. Yeah, it's looking good. This really benefits these guys.
No one gets any speeding penalties. Unless Ball does it. No, he keeps it this time. So will Nino take the lead of this race, or will Alfa Romeo get the slick pit stop? Oh, Nino's getting robbed here by the Delta because the leader hasn't called up to the safety car, and Matthew Older is leaving his pit lane. Nino in the pit, so he's assigned a pit then. Lewis Curtis as well, and Matthew then out on track, and he is going down straight to retake the lead. So it looks a guaranteed win for Matthew now. But hang on a minute. No. I am not seeing this. Sondra Sorg is in 3rd position. He has got 6 seconds worth of penalties, I believe, and he is in 3rd. Rocco Walsh, retire on track, crash out. I want this man on a podium. I don't care
the bus.
what has to happen. Park the bus. Give Sondre a 6-second gap. Give him a 50-second gap. I want this guy on a podium. It's been a while since I've given him an interview, and I want him up here. So then, it will be licking his lips, ready to give a fight to Alfie. And the only guys who've won this season, the two winners, Matthew's won most of the races, but Alfie in second place, no penalties. So it's game on. Alfie versus Matthew. Straight on dogfight then for the race win. I think Matthew will take it.
As we know. So go on.
I was just finishing that. I think Matthew will take it, but as you were going to say then, Tom.
As we know, around Italy, bizarre moments can happen. As we've seen Matt Romano win a race in Italy, so can we see Sondre Sorhau get a podium in F1 around Italy?
Well, that is true, actually. It could happen, and if Rocco Walsh does get in the podium interviews, will be very disappointed in him.
Just not interviewing.
It's just not today. You're not having an interview. You're not getting invited. Sondre's going there. He deserves third. As we wait then for people to catch up with the safety car, we're waiting a long time. I think another lap because the Haas drivers have only just come out of the pit lane now. One's only just going through turn 1, so we're still waiting a bit. Another lap under the safety car condition. Now this is great news for the guys who haven't got penalties because it's less laps for the guys to pull away who've got penalties. And it also helps their tyre wear issues as well. And I think the better option for Sondre is to go out, full attack, don't be a wimp, and give everyone a position, and try and go for, I'm not saying the win, but try and go for a podium at least. It would be great to have the old man on the podium.
Yeah, I hope he does it. I mean, it would be good to see him on the podium after such a long time, but yeah, he's got the penalties, and there's drivers behind him who are quick, but will be threatening him for the position. And there's a speeding pit lane for Lordy, but I think he might be retiring.
Wait, what?
I think Lordy might be retiring. I don't understand why. But
why is he gone back in the pits? That's what I don't get.
Well, I thought he'd be retiring because he's speeding, but I'm not so sure.
No, I think he might have just sped. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think he cares, to be honest. I think he's going to get points anyway, so I think that's all he cares about, to be honest. As long as he don't ruin anybody else's race, there's no issue.
Yeah, for Sondre.
Yeah, for Sondre. Yeah, he's looking good. Looking good for a podium, but he needs Rocco Walsh, Lewis Curtis, Kevin Harrison to get penalties. And if they don't get penalties, I'm giving them penalties. Alright, we're having corruption today. I want this man on the podium. I don't care. He's on the podium. End of.
Yeah, I'm fed up of seeing Matthew, Rocco, all the good people up on the podium. I want a person we didn't predict. Oh, you predicted actually. You predicted, but someone who we wouldn't usually see on the podium.
Yeah, that's true.
Are we going for another lap? Or are they gonna? Yeah, they're going for another lap.
Yeah, they're going for another lap. We're the Haas drivers.
Back a second, someone's called. 1 second.
Okay. Well then, while we wait for the safety car for another lap, if you guys want to put down your predictions in the comments for your race winner out of Alfie and Matthew, then put them down. Lordy's decided to pit again, for crying out loud. Oh, cheers, Ross. Thank you. We better hurry up because safety car will be going in this lap.
Apologies for that. I'm back. Someone's called me urgently.
I told you, stop ordering beer online, alright?
Sorry, yeah, it's a big guy downstairs.
Sorry, there wasn't a bit of the gravel, probably a bit of rallying.
Ooh.
Ross is telling the other guys in their party, if they don't let Sondre get third, they're getting maximum penalties. So
good. There's full corruption today. You've got two stewards on comms. We will report
60-second penalty for each round. DSQ from all the other rounds. The safety car will be in this lap. So we'll go serious.
Add it to the rule book. If anyone overtakes someone called TNR ZE, yeah, you're getting a penalty, a big one.
They won't know. I told him to shut up. Oh, no, they usually do. Matthew then doing this stupid tactic. He knows I don't like this. Matthew, do the safety car properly or you're getting a penalty. Okay, you're doing my head in with this. Just drive. There's no need. He slows them down, wrecks their tyres, and then...
Yeah. Stop being a pussy.
Okay, you're not doing comments ever again. Right? Yeah, well, we should be going underway very shortly. If Matthew decides to get his head out of his ass.
Come on, Matthew. He told me to shut up.
And Matthew has gone, and Sondra is in a bit of trouble now. He's got a Williams on his outside. Sondra isn't making friends, but he's going for it. Will Rocco send it? Sondra, you defend aggressively on this. Rocco then holds that position. Oh, almost gives Sondra a bit of a love tap. And the Ferrari of Nino Romanello is coming back at him now. And just remember, these guys all have penalties. So Sondra has to pull a 3-second gap to the guys who have penalties and a 6-second gap to the guys who don't have penalties. Game on for Sondra.
Yeah,
well, Bran, unfortunately, that isn't your choice, as that is my choice, who is my commentator.
I'm removing Tom from com. What for?
You can't do that, you ain't got the power.
Yeah,
He lost that. He lost that privilege when the turnouts weren't good. Now, Nino Romanello then in the back of Rocco Walsh. Rocco Walsh on the back of Sondra Sohaug, but the two top guys fighting for the win. Matthew Order versus Big Addy. Big Addy's pulled up a 6.5 tank gap.
Oh, Nino picked up another penalty. And so
yes, Rocco picked up a penalty. Yes. Get another.
Come on.
Come on, old man. Pick up your speed, get your head out your ass, and win. Get third place. I want you on a podium today.
Rocco should let him have the podium.
I agree. Rocco, park a bus.
Rocco doesn't need to let him have the podium. Sondra's going to get on his own pace. Come on, I believe.
Rocco! I hate Rocco.
He might be able to. He might
He's
be
getting
dropping
banned.
Oh my god!
What is Nino doing? The maniac. Maniac. Look at him. Look at Sondra. He's actually defending for the position. Awesome overtaking from the Norwegian.
This defending is insane.
Please get another couple of penalties. Keep pushing as well. There's oh no. No. Oh god, they're really fighting now. Nino is fighting for position as well, as he's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Rocco's only got a penalty though, so Rocco is still on game for the podium. I could do that.
And we see Lewis really closing up to the back of Edward. It's a big battle with this big train for this podium position.
If Sondra can just get in DRS of Alfie and pull away from Nino, he's got a good chance, but he needs to actually pull away. Yes! Kevin's got a 3 second. That's what I want. Lewis Curtis, it's time for you to get a 3 second. Come on! Get penalties.
Just Lewis is the last one.
I want this old geezer to get third.
We can rig something.
I'm typing something in the steward office right now.
Using inappropriate language.
God, he's done a 19.525. Jesus Christ.
Brown, I consider your driving inappropriate.
I agree.
Come on. DNF after like 6 laps. Come on, man. Oh!
Nino hits 3.
Nino was a little bit late on braking and taps the back of Sondra. You can see how eager he is for this position. And Lordy gets past Kevin in P9.
Lewis needs to get a penalty.
Don't worry, look, watch this left hand. You're going to cut the corner and he's going to pick up a pen. Right now.
Well, a nice helicopter view though between Nino and it's great to see 2 Ferraris, a Renault and a Williams fighting. Reminds me of 2004 and when the guys used to fight those teams, and it's great to see.
Looking at Lewis's race director, he's only got one warning, and that was from earlier on in the session.
For God's sake.
But he is on a quicker tyre now. It's easier to get a pen, so it could happen.
Yeah, but you're saying that it's easier for Sondra to get a pen, which could happen. It is Ballhalve. He does live bottle to the name.
Yeah. So is Lewis. Lewis is the second biggest bottle in the league.
Yeah, but he don't get penalties. He correct. What the?
That's true.
He's crash happy Curtis, not penalty happy Curtis. Nino then is next to make the overtake, and I will be very disappointed in him if he makes this. Andre, you have permission to aggressively defend. Yes, come on, Bono. Hold that position. Yes, Bono. That's what I like to see. Beautiful defending from the old man. Sondre in holding P3 yet again. Nino cannot get past him.
That's great defending from him. He's pulling off all the defensive moves. He's doing well. Needs to keep it up now.
Yes! Nino's got another penalty!
Yes.
That's
Nice.
what we like. 9 seconds. Sondre is safe from Nino.
Right, Nino, you know
up.
you can't get podium now. Just park the bus. Let him have it.
The 4-seat are going to give you an extra $1 million on your contract, Nino. Park the bus. I repeat, park the bus. I'm going to let you be teammates with Matthew Alden.
Wait, what? No.
Matthew,
That's me.
Matthew just got 3 seconds. Bugatti, you need now pick up the pace. Gap 3.5 as he's pulled away. Oh, come on. Lap 22.
Yeah,
Brandon, get in that party and tell Rocco or Lewis Curtis to get a penalty. Okay, I don't care. I want this man on a podium. Oh no, they're making him use all his ERS. Sondre, stop using ERS.
Oh, Rocco and Nino are fighting. Come on.
Oh, come on,
This should hold him up.
Oh,
no,
God, that
Rocco,
could have been
don't do it. No!
Okay, Rocco's
Go on,
got
defend. Come on, Sondre. Switch back. Come on. Oh.
Rocco, you stupid prick! Rocco!
He's
You
already done
dirty
it.
driver! That is disgusting! You didn't let Sondre get a podium!
Oh.
Okay,
Dirty driving. It's been clean up until then. That's dirty.
Oh, and look at now Edward now comes in the party like an absolute muppet. What are they doing? I want this man on a podium and they ruin it. I'm disappointed in these guys. It looks like Lewis is going to get the final podium position. That ruined my fun. Well then, back on the action then. Lewis Curtis in P5 and Lewis Curtis isn't getting a podium in. Oh, look at Sondre, he's coming back at Lickle. Come on, Sondre, you've still got time. Lap 23 out of 27. Get those softs, get that Renault into gear, and get down that straight.
Okay, for the pitches again.
Please, Rocco, Nino, Lewis, take each other out, please. Oh, get a penalty. Maximum penalties, as Alonso said, if you'd be the director of FIA.
Sondre got back past Lickle.
Yeah, he did, he only went straight. Alfie through in 3 seconds though. Oh, Nino, Rocco, and Lewis Curtis fighting for P3. Nino now takes third, but remember he's got 9 seconds worth of penalties. Lewis Curtis is hungry, and Rocco Walsh has just been slapped as Lickle is just being an absolute selfish swine and not letting Sondre Sohaug have his moment. Sondre, get your elbows out and defend. Oh my god. Sondre's lost everything. He's now 8th. Our dream has been ruined, Tom.
This is disappointing, man. Yeah, this is disappointing.
And Lickle just took out.
Has he?
Yeah, he just took.
Oh my god.
He didn't give him space.
Good.
Oh, that's L'Oreal round.
But yeah, Sondre's not even going to get his record position today. It looks like it'll be a tied 8th or maybe even 9th. But yeah, well, Lewis is looking good for P3 though. And Alfie.
That's L'Oreal.
Alfie's inside for 3 seconds.
Yeah, Brandon did say he wasn't in the track there, and Rocco now coming back at Lewis Curtis. All he needs is to give Lewis a penalty, and he could take the final podium position. We've still got yellows on lap 25 out of 27, not that many laps left of this race. So, who's it going to be? Will it be Rocco or will it be Lewis?
It's going to be a close one. But
Oh, there's Nino defending.
if Lewis picks up a penalty, that'll be perfect for Rocco. Oh.
Oh, Rocco gets another penalty. No, this would have been perfect. The only guy who needs to get an extra penalty was Lewis. And Sondre would have been on a podium. Damn it.
Yeah.
No, that is a shame. They're still fighting out for P3. We're going to stay on board of this fight, because it is for third. Nope, that's it. Sondre just blew it now. 3 seconds.
Yeah, he blew it now. Oh well. Unfortunate.
Yep, that is unfortunate.
He's had a good race, though.
Oh, I'm going to give it him. He's had a good race. He's going to probably lose all the positions. Actually, is he going to lose positions? Yeah, he's going to drop to 9th.
Going for Ascari.
Oh,
he's gone for Ascari. This is dangerous.
You've got no penalty. Why go for the overtake there? Nina's now going to be unsettled. He's really unsettled. Oh my god.
Ooh.
If that
was going to be fuming.
Oh, that could have. If Nino lost that could have actually destroyed Nino's race and Rocco's. God. He's on lap 26 now. Alfie and Matthew, gap 2.8.
Yeah, Matthew's going to be trying his best to pull away now.
If he's not careful, actually, if Matthew did pick up another penalty, you know, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if he picks up a couple more penalties, oh, hang on a minute, Bigaddi's done something. He's made a mistake or something.
Yeah, he's outside the 3.5.
He was at 2.6 to a second.
Yeah.
Matthew's probably
Matthew's got
sandbagging.
quite a bit of ERS too, so.
Matthew, you're a fraud.
Spin.
Oh, God, Nino. Trying to get really aggressive there as Rocco's looking hungry again.
It's been a close battle with these guys through the whole race. It's been really good. There's only been a few laps where there's not been something going on.
We're beginning lap 27 shortly. Gap now 4 seconds between the leader. Oh, Nino, very corrective there. He almost lost the car in Ascari.
Oh. 2 laps in a row, he's always lost the car. One from battling, once on his own. But yeah, Lickum's really looking at the back of Brandon. Just going up to Ascari is right up behind him. He's probably going to make the move down into turn 1. Oh no, he's too far back.
He's too far. One last stop of the race then. And rumours, the reason why Alfie actually lost a lot of time was because he had a technical issue with his right analog stick, or left analog stick, whatever he uses for turning. And it wouldn't turn, so that's interesting.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. My analog stick started playing funny then.
Yeah.
Oh, Nino picks up another 3 seconds. How many penalties has he got?
12 seconds.
Okay, Sondre might be safe.
Well, he's got 9 seconds.
No, actually, no, he don't. He's not. He needs 6 to be safe, to be honest. Well then, we might as well go on board with Matthew Alder, who's going to take the victory. And another dominant win. Not as dominant as he usually wins it by, but dominant nonetheless. Starting from the back of grid as well.
Nino's crashed into Ascari. He's fully crashed. He's not out. Anyway,
Well, Sondre moves over position. Matthew then takes the win on track. Alfie will finish in second. Why is he slowing down? Okay, why is he... right, I don't know why he did that. I think he tried to make a close finish. And then Sondre drops all the way to 8th, unfortunately for him. Nino Romanelli gets a 10-second time penalty. He drops to 9th. I don't get how he got a 10-second time penalty for that. I think he's mad at the Ferrari team. And Lodi then will take 10th. As long as he doesn't bin it, that is. And I'm just going to be putting something in the F1 general chat. This will wind them up.
But yeah, Nino looking so good at the start of the race, and he finishes in 9th position with so many penalties, a broken wing, and yeah, not a very good result for him. Race done. Another win for Matthew. Another boring result.
No, it wasn't really that boring. We had some actions at certain points, but
yeah, the action was good. The result was boring.
Yeah, very good, obviously, Matthew. I'll have to give it to him. He did start back, so I can't fault him too much. But yet again, Matthew takes another win. stops Alfie stealing another win from him, but that is 10 out of 11 wins, and well, a nice top 3 there, and it's the championship order, I believe. Matthew still leads, Bugatti second, and Lewis third. And yeah, another decent result for these 3 drivers, and we'll get them ready for podium interviews if you can invite them, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't want that now. So who's third?
Third was Lewis Curse.
Sound.
Alright, Lewis won't be able to join, so just invite Matthew and that.
Bugatti, yeah.
Yeah, just Alfie and BA. Matthew and BA.
What's his PSN? I can't find it.
What, Bugatti's?
Yeah.
BUGATTI 030629.
Oh, 03. Where did Bugatti qualify?
I believe last.
Hello.
Near the last.
Okay. Yeah, he did.
Well, Alfie joined. Well, Tom, if you want to start off with Alfie then, because Matthew can join in a bit.
Alfie, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, congratulations on second, and almost the first, considering the penalty gap from Matthew to you. But yeah, qualifying, you started at 11th. No lap set for you. What was your thinking with the strategy on how you're going to start the race?
Well, I wanted to watch the F2, so I decided I wasn't going to do qualifying. But I've been starting at the back quite a lot recently, so I wasn't anything out of the ordinary. But yeah, the race was good. I maybe would have got Matthew, but I had a problem with my analog stick where it wouldn't turn through turn 2 for some reason, so it cost me like 2 seconds behind and it dropped me out of the penalty. So yeah, but wasn't a bad race.
Yeah, saw that. Heard about that as well with the analog stick. That's unfortunate. But if that didn't happen, do you think you would have been able to stay in that 3-second gap and take the win?
Well, I knew Matthew was playing with me when the gap was just below 3 seconds. So probably not. I don't know if he got fastest lap on the last lap, but I knew he was going to push like crazy on the last lap, so would have got the gap anyway. But I mean, I just needed to beat Lewis to try a second in the championship, and I did that, so it's all good.
Fair enough. Yeah, was there any? I didn't see your race director or anything, but was there any risk of you getting a penalty? Like, did you pick up many warnings, or was it close?
I had 2 warnings after the first like 5 laps at turn 1, so I had to be cautious for the last however many laps, 22 laps or whatever. But I'm normally quite good with penalties, and I think me and Lewis were the only ones not to get one. So I mean, you know, if you don't get any penalties, you're guaranteed a good result.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fair enough. Well done. And looking to next week, the final round, Bahrain. How do you think you'll do around there? You quick around there, or is it one of your slower tracks, quicker tracks?
Well, I'm on pad, so I should be at an advantage, and I'm normally alright around Bahrain, so hopefully a podium minimum. Maybe the win. I don't know how quick Matthew will be. Obviously he'll be quick, but whether I can beat him, I don't know. But yeah, a podium minimum.
Fair enough. Any final comments on your race today?
No, not really. I mean, it's whatever. Just want second in the championship now, and maybe next season on the new game I can beat Matthew.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, yeah, congratulations on your result today.
Thank
Great
you.
podium, P2 for you, and yeah, good luck for your championship fight for next week, and hope you can get on the podium again.
Yeah, thank you.
Well then, thank you for that interview there, Alfie, and we do have this season's champion in the party, Matthew Order. Are you there? Are you alive?
Yes.
You have been given a 60-second time penalty, so has everybody else, and Sandra Swahaka's won the race. But no, all jokes aside, congratulations. Nah, he won, but he was fighting for podium. But congratulations on a win, especially starting where you did. Obviously, it's a small turnout there, but you know you did well anyway. VSC helped you out as well, we noticed, and safety car probably came in, so you could do the soft stint. But how do you think your race went on your point of view, even though you've wrapped up the drivers and the constructors? Were you happy with your performance today?
Yeah, my performance today was good. Obviously I didn't qualify. I started 9th still. The lights went out really early at the start, so my start was pretty poor, but I went around the outside of Alfie anyway, and then I gradually made my way up to second behind Nino. And then they pit, and then the VSC did not help me, because they were obviously gained a bit of time, because they were still in the pits when it came out. Yeah, I was just driving around by myself really. I did lose the back end at the end of the VSC, which got me my second warning, and allowed me to go back to my DRS, but I broke it anyway without needing to do like any heavy push or anything, so I knew I would be fine with my pace, especially when I would have needed to catch up to Lewis and Nino. But I didn't need to because the safety car came out. But on base level, that might seem like it helped me, but it really didn't, because it allowed everyone to get 3 pit stops and all catch up, and I knew that I would have finished further ahead of Lewis and Nino, who probably would have been the closest people to me at the end, without the safety car, because they would have had slower tyres and I would have had the softs, but they got the fresh softs like everyone else, so basically just reset the grid from where it was. Then the safety car restart. It was quite a normal safety car restart. Nothing interesting happened for me anyway. I broke the DRS, and then I did the push laps to do the 19.5. I used a lot of ERS. Then I got the penalty, and then I kind of just Alfie did close the gap a bit, but I wasn't too worried because I was assuming he was burning ERS, given that he was catching me on the straights. And then he had this analog issue thing, so yeah, I just pulled away a lot at the end anyway.
Well, yeah, you did pull away, and it wasn't by a dominant gap as you usually do, but as you said, that safety car kind of ruined that today. You could have easily probably won again by probably a 15-second margin. But no, your pace, I've got to agree with you. Today you deserve the driver day from the game, and you did a good race today. It's a bit of shame that your former teammate, the old man, didn't get on the podium, but it's a good result for you taking the win. And well, it is the final round at Bahrain, as you are starting last again, as you confirmed. So where do you think you're going to be there? Do you think you're going to win, or do you think Alfie is going to have the advantage, as apparently you said it's better on pad there?
Well, Bahrain does have a history of being quite fast on pads. I mean, when I drove it, I was good at it when I was still on pads 2 years ago. And so the first season, I think Nino was following me quite well and just tried to fight me. So
well, as your hot dogs
cheering in the background.
Yeah, having a bit of a celebration in the background there. Well, Tom, have you got any questions before anything?
I actually do have one.
Okay.
Matthew, considering you got a penalty today, do you think your standard of driving is really decreasing?
I mean, I wouldn't really say anything about standard of driving when you can't even win the F2 championship. So.
He's left the party. He has left the building. Well, good comeback there, Matthew. I'll give you that. But congratulations on your win. Congratulations on your view, and well done. I've been your commentator, IRL Neon. I was Jadley Fosbury. I was joined by Tom, but he's cried in the corner and left. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. There's more action for F2 and F3. I think the F3 title fight's still going on. F2 is wrapped up as well. But see you guys for City UK time. And have a nice day, and goodbye for now.